Why, hello everybody. It's the film Optimist, and today I'm talking about Paranormal Activity 2. You know what I really loved about this movie? That they didn't tell you it was a prequel at first. So you're thinking Katie's an evil bitch the entire time. Not the entire time, but for first little part of it. Capitalizing on its predecessor, PA2 didn't miss any swings, except the ending. That was the worst ending in the franchise. Was it? Not really. The worst in the series? I don't know about all that. Yeah, you see, so I think people were laughing throughout this movie too, which I honestly think can sometimes add to it. In August 2006, a burglary occurs at the home of Christy and Daniel Ray, trashing their house and leaving only their infant son Hunter's bedroom untouched. The only thing stolen is a necklace that Christy's sister Katie gave to her. Martine, the Latin American family housekeeper and nanny, sends his evil spirits in the house and burns sage to rid the house of them. And Daniel fires her for doing so. That's not like into like middle of the fucking film. What the fuck? Christy also believes that their home is haunted, and she and Katie talk about being tormented by a demon when they were children. Daniel, however, initially dismisses her claim despite footage of strange occurrences around the house. Daniel's daughter from a prior marriage, Allie, begins investigating the mysterious happenings. She discovers that humans can make deals with demons for wealth or power by forfeiting the soul of their firstborn son. But if the deal was not fulfilled, the demon will stick to the family until another son is born. Hunter was the first male to be born on Christie's side since the 1930s. The violence escalates as the family's German Shepherd Abby is attacked by the demon and apparently suffers from a seizure. As Daniel and Allie take Abby to the veterinarian, Christy is attacked and dragged into the basement by the demon possessing her. The following day, Allie is left home with Christy, unaware she is possessed. Soon, Allie hears a scratch sound on the basement door and opens it to find scratches and sees a word, meus, Latin for mine, etched into it. A strange bite mark on her leg and the footage of Christie's attack motivates Daniel to rehire Martine, who prepares a cross to exorcise the demon. I don't remember them rehiring Martine. Christy will have no memory of having been possessed. Daniel goes to pass the demon on to Katie, so that Christy and Hunter will be saved, despite Allie's pleas not to. Allie's like, please don't do this. Please, for the love of God, don't do this. And that leads into Paranormal Activity 1. It's really cool because we first see Katie show up, and everyone's like, hey, Katie, how you doing? And she's like, oh, and they're like, you been good? Just haven't been sleeping well. And everyone's like, it's like, that bitch is possessed. And then you see Mika show up, and you're like, that's Mika Sloat, is his name. Mika, what's what's he doing? What's he doing here? And then it says so many days before the death of Mika. It's like, whoa, shit. So this is a prequel. I think that's dope. That night, when Daniel tries to use the cross on Christy, she attacks him and the house lights all go out. Using the handheld camera's night vision, he walks around the shaking house into the basement where he is attacked by Christy. He retaliates against her with a cross, causing her to collapse. Daniel puts Christy to bed and burns a photo of a young Katie, passing the demon onto her. 3 weeks later, Katie visits and explains that strange things have begun happening at her house. On October 9th, a night after Mika is killed, a possessed and bloodstained Katie breaks into the Ray house, kills Daniel and Christy, and then takes Hunter with her. Um, Allie comes home from a school trip to find the corpses, and Katie and Hunter's whereabouts remain unknown. Which pick up in Paranormal Activity 4. The next film is a legitimate prequel, which we'll talk about next week. I like prequels that have like 3 in the title to suggest like no, you have to watch it in this order to be like holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. It builds. There was a really funny part in this film. I would say maybe the first one's better than this one. There's a really funny part where it's a great part too. But it's unintentionally funny because she's like standing in the middle of the kitchen. She's like, and it really helps out that the security cameras added a lot of like tension and stuff. So there's the security camera in the kitchen, and she's like standing there, and then all the fucking cabinets burst open and everything flies out of it, and she's like fucking screaming. And then she's like, ooh, and she runs upstairs, and during when that happened, when she's like, no, 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 people are dying laughing. And I think this is also when the demon attacks and pulls her, or trips her, and carries her downstairs. She gets back up. Fuck, 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 fuck. Um, really cool. 3 million on a budget of 3 million, made 177.5 million. Still fucking winning. Holy shit. Um, yeah, a good sequel. Yeah, Katie. After killing Mika, showing up bloodstained, killing her sister. She's like, Katie, what's going on? Pushes her into the camera in the corner. Her neck snapped or whatever. She's dead. Also snapping. Um, kills Daniel. Snaps his neck. You don't really see it. You just like see her like reach, like grab his head. He's like, what's going on? Grab his neck, and then it cuts to a different camera, but you hear the crack, and then you see his body like slump. It's kind of whack, and then takes the baby and walks away. I don't think it's the weakest. Maybe, yeah. Actually, no. Maybe no. It is that I've seen so far the weakest out of all of those four, but it does get better. Like I said, next week we'll talk about Paranormal Activity 3. The following week, Paranormal Activity 4 will follow. So until then, you guys have a good one, and lights out.